Bethesda is synonymous with bug-ridden games that everyone just accepts because the fans will fix it. And you can't help but wonder, why? To find out the answer, we'll take the initiative to see the new video games on the market, and next on the list is Fallout 4. The hype train is going full speed ahead, crashing along the way, and nobody really cares. Does it really matter though? We're here to take a look at the game, so let's take a look. The game takes place in Boston, Massachusetts after the bombs drop. It's an open world full of monsters and raiders, tons of interactable objects, and the freedom to customize your character however you wish. One of the things I really like about this game is the base building. You can construct all the necessities to survive in the wasteland by establishing a food and water supply, building defenses, and recruiting more people. These bases can be attacked by raiders, so these things aren't just for show. They've done away with the durability of the weapons and armor. In its place is a revised crafting system where you can modify them to your liking, so you don't have to worry about your weapons wearing down or having to carry spares. You can scrap any extra weapons or armor for parts, so you're also gathering resources to build and upgrade your gear. This also means upgrading and securing your base so you have a place to stockpile these resources. You can also expand your base to include services like a medical station to remove the radiation poisoning from your health. They've also reworked the skills and rolled them into perks. The quests feel very uninspiring, and it feels so linear in how you progress. After the first 10 hours, you'll eventually begin to wonder what the whole point of all of this even is. The quests are almost all fetch quests, where you follow a quest marker to one copy past a ruin or sewer, you kill the guy with the marker above his head, or you pick up an object, then you return to the quest giver. The dialogue options are really scaled down from the previous games. They set them to a dialogue wheel, which basically means you're limited to 4 options, and these options are not very descriptive. They've essentially dumbed it down to go with this theme of simple repetition. It feels less like an RPG and more like a slow-paced FPS with some RPG elements. Then there's the issue with all the bugs in the game, and I don't mean the monsters you get to kill. There's invisible walls, quests getting bugged out, hit detection with the terrain messing up your shots, and all sorts of weird stuff that really shouldn't be happening in this game, or any game for that matter. My weapon disappears at times, and this causes Pip-Boy to become invisible. I have to save and reload the game to fix it, but that's just annoying. The worst I've encountered is when the game crashes randomly when I use Pip-Boy. Every time I need to go into my inventory or check the map, I have to wonder, will the game crash? Will I lose my progress? Let's roll the dice! Actually, I have a better idea. How about I just stop playing the game? Dealing with these problems is a huge turn-off for me, regardless of how enjoyable the game is supposed to be. Why should I put myself through this? There are thousands of games on the market. I don't need to play this. I don't want to deal with this anymore, so let's go straight into the analysis. For the first few weeks, everyone will be all over the bugs. Other big developers do the same thing, but Bethesda has their own branding of glitches. They're things that everyone will want to share images and videos on, but it's also mixed in with the major problems that frustrates people and detracts from the fun. If it's anything like the past Bethesda games, we won't see much improvement in Fallout 4, though I will expect to see at least some patches for the bigger issues. It's only after a few months will we begin to see what this game really is. Modders will be out in full force to fix the game, and I really think Bethesda knows this. As long as they address the absolute worst of the bugs, everyone will be happy. It'll still take a couple of years to address a lot of these problems, but after a few months, it should be sufficiently playable for many more people, and the game will still be receiving a fairly good amount of attention from the community. There is a season pass for the game, but no details have been announced except for the first round of DLC, which will appear next year. I don't know if that means in the first quarter of 2016 or 12 months from now, but we don't know what's in it. I hope I don't have to explain to anyone why you should never buy a season pass. At some point, I've come to the realization that these big-name developers are really just giving us what we want, whether we like it or not. There's enough people buying these buggy games, buying the DLC, and ruthlessly defending them that, from a business and development perspective, there's no reason to spend the time and money to fix these problems. It's low priority on the list of things to do because that's exactly what the fans want. The general population feels it's more important to get the DLC than it is to get the bugs fixed. That begs the obvious question, why do we tolerate it? It was the same with Skyrim and Fallout New Vegas, yet people give the excuse that it's a Bethesda game and we should just accept it. We're fighting amongst ourselves, and it seems like the whole mentality with the fanbase is that they don't care if you are having problems playing the game, just as long as they're not having problems with it. You can tell by the way they comment on the issue. I have zero problems playing the game, you're just a hater. The game itself seems good, but not great. It doesn't do anything similar games aren't already doing better, and it actually does less of the things that make the Fallout games so unique. I really like the base building element to the game, but they've simplified the rest of the gameplay here. Less of an RPG and more of an FPS. A very simple, streamlined FPS. It's the weakest entry to the series. The price is $60, Season Pass is $30. Definitely not worth it at this point in time. I'll sit this on the back burner for a few months, and then we'll see if it's worth playing by that time. Thanks for watching.